Hello everyone, and welcome to my live stream. I hope you all are doing really well. I hope you enjoyed your um, Thursday. I don't know why I'm going to say Wednesday, y'all. My mind, I guess she wants to go backwards, but you know how that works. You can't go backwards, you can only go forwards. So, in today's live, which I was supposed to come on this afternoon, but life was life in y'all, and I was tired. I was really tired. So I did not make it on this afternoon. So I said stick to the late night live sessions that I've been sticking with. And yeah. Now, before I get into two topics I want to address tonight, we will be continuing with decorating the modern country cottage, and I have been putting in some Christmas decor because this is going to be a little bit of a light Christmas theme. The next one is going to be pretty much all Christmas. So I've got a little snowman here, I've got some deers in the front, a mini tree, a Merry Christmas sign, and then I do have some deer over here. Did a little bit more decor on the outside. You can see I have the little seasonal bins right here. And I do have, what is it? A shovel, a rake, and some items there. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is bugging me. I think I have it lined up wrong. So I'm trying to fix it as I'm sitting here trying to explain what all I've done to kind of like make the outside look good. That's better. Okay, so I've got the I guess we can call it ivy, even though I know it's not considered ivy. I can't think of the name of the flower. Let me hover over it. Jasmine. So climbing jasmine is what it is. And I have that on the other side. I did go ahead and put in some drainage on the side and on the back of the house. I put in the gas meter. I did take off some of the lights on the outside. I don't know if you can tell. The weird thing about this house is we've got this bridge over here. But on the front, I changed those lights on the porch to the hanging lights. And I think it adds a lot more light to the outside. Look at the snowman glowing. Oh, let's turn him a little bit. And the deers I lit up. Ooh, it's a vibe. Anyway, so if you see these lights here, I took all of those off around the wraparound porch. As you can see, it's not like a ton of light. I know back here it looks like it is, but that's because the lighting coming out of the room. So this is kind of how it looked. It looked a little dark to me, but I wanted more light. I wanted it to be a little bit more jazzed up. I'm not sure. Let me see. I'm sorry, I was trying to adjust my volume. I sounded like really low. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So, I think it looks really nice out here. Now, you know what? Let me snap a little picture while I'm at it. So let's take a look on the inside. I have been doing a little bit of decorating. I told you I wasn't sure if I was going to leave this room empty, but I did go ahead and finish the kids' room. And when I say this room is so nice, y'all, it is really nice. I was going to put a TV in it, but I was like, nah. So I did the bunk beds. I did this very gorgeous, like deep red burgundy wall, doing some posters. And each room has a little bit of Christmas decor. So there's some Christmas decor on the shelf over in the corner and over here on the dresser. And then in the infant toddler room, there is a snowman. I think I used that snowman someplace else. And then I put in this room a nice tree with the bears kind of hugging And on the bed, did I put? I think I did over here. But I did some Christmas pillows or Christmas type pillows. But these pillows can be year round. But on the bed, there are some nice kind of Christmassy style pillows. And I'm going to do something to the wall in a minute. But this is kind of like the guest room, hangout room area. So I didn't want it to be super formal. So I did kind of like a little open fireplace. And then these, what is it, TV stands on the side. Oh my gosh. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It is raining really bad. Let me see. Okay. I don't know. It's a little bit of a lag on my streaming software. So hopefully it acts right. So I'm going to finish this wall and then I'm going to go into working on the bathrooms. I did add some clutter to the outside. And then, of course, downstairs, we do have some wreaths on the wall here. I have the tree up, and then I have some more Christmas decor on the mantle, including the stockings and the, what is this stuff called? I can't think. Garland. I couldn't think, y'all. And then, of course, in this room, y'all saw me do this yesterday. Did the Christmas gifts. And then I came over to the master and just did like a small little Christmas tree. Of course, that stuff, and I'm sorry, and the bells on the side. Of course, some of the stuff can be left pretty much year round. I mean, it's The Sims. You can do whatever you want, right? So tonight, I'm going to go ahead and start with decorating the bathrooms and getting those together. Do I want to use the same? Let me see. I might use the same counter. I need to figure out my placement because I know I want to do a shower and a tub. I tend to do that in all of my masters. I tend to do showers and tubs. A second here. So before I bring up the music, at the end of my live yesterday, I did talk about one of my coworkers who passed away, and I was talking about workplace stress um, because I mentioned that the rumor mill had already started kind of, getting started with what happened. And it's unfortunate, y'all, because nobody really truly knows how she passed. I think it's just the sudden shock of how my employer told everybody. And I think they didn't do a good job, in my opinion. I think that it could have been done differently. I kind of mentioned this last night that basically when we found out, she had already passed away. It's kind of messed up because when I was told that it was like up on Facebook, the person that told me was like, yeah, someone posted it 5 days ago. And then a few of my old teammates, like one of my old teammates was like, yeah, it's up there, and yeah, it's been there for 5 days. And I'm like, we're just now finding out about it. So in my opinion and the opinion of others, the way that it was handled was wrong, and I don't think that it gave a lot of us enough time to get our minds like wrapped around that she's not here anymore. And she was a really good person. She was really nice. A barrel of laughs. She was very much I don't want to say by the book, but when it came down to working, she was by the book. When I tell you she was a jack of all trades, she was. You guys know that jack of all trades, a master of none, but what is it? Better to be a jack of many than a jack of one, something like that. Somebody correct me in the comments. But she was that type of person. Like she knew her stuff, and she just was just, I don't know, I want to say no nonsense, but she really was funny. Um, but she knew how to do her job. Did she make mistakes? Yeah, absolutely. None of us are perfect. But she was just one of those people that knew what to do. She had been there long enough to know. And it's sad that she's gone. And so some body has put it out there, and I know they were joking, but you have to be mindful about how you joke about things because you don't know how others may feel. So somebody put it out there that basically the blanked her, if that makes sense. Um, well, I don't want to say blank. The job blanked her. So that's why I'm talking about workplace stress, and I'm talking about it from conversations that I've had with, my coworkers and things that they are going through themselves. So, workplace stress is something that anybody can experience. It is not easy. Sometimes it's not easy to identify. And I've learned just recently that sometimes it shows up in a form of grief. And you don't realize it. We all grieve for something or about something, whether we know what it is right away or not. And, my testimony is I don't always know when, my body is grieving for something. And it showed up in a weird way with the loss of my teammate, my former teammate and coworker. So the one thing I want to say is talk to someone. Even if you don't think something's wrong, talk to someone, because what can happen is we can push down our feelings a lot, and because a lot of times we don't know how to deal with them, you know what I'm saying? So talk to someone if you can. It doesn't matter if it is a family member, a friend, um, a therapist. Talk to someone because it really does help. I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit, other than pray, I did talk to someone, and I'm going to be talking to someone in the future because, the example starts with me. How can I sit up here and tell somebody to seek help, and if I'm not doing it myself, right? So that's one thing I'm proud to say is definitely reach out, talk to somebody, get another opinion, because sometimes you don't know. Your mind cannot always conceive what your body is doing, and your body cannot always conceive what your mind is doing. So I think I'm saying that right, but hopefully you understand what I mean. The other thing is take your PTO, please. If you get PTO, take your PTO. If you do not get PTO, let's say like it's unpaid, even if you can't afford to do it, sometimes stepping away is beneficial. So step away for a day. You can step away for 4 hours. That's still something, y'all. So, talk to someone, take your time off. If you can schedule it, great. But if you can't schedule it, oh well. I know that a lot of people are saying the job market is trash, but there are other jobs. And, you have to trust and believe that if you lose one, there will be another one, right? Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell people that you're struggling. I will also say, be careful who you tell. Um, like on my job, in any job, I'm not going to tell everybody everything because they're just people that just don't have your best interest at heart. And sometimes they will put your business out there and tell people or say things, that they shouldn't. So just be mindful of who you tell, hey, I'm struggling. I don't know what's going on. I just know that something is not right and I think I need to talk to somebody. Choose your confidant wisely. That's the biggest thing. Let me see. Love on people while they're here because you don't know when they'll be gone. I'm going to put that back. I just deleted it. Um, you hear people say this a lot when it comes down to loss, but it is so true to love on people, your friends, your family members, even associates, because we just don't know what a person is going through. You don't know what their struggle is. You don't know, maybe this morning they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But what happened the day before is what caused them to wake up on the wrong side. So, try to love on friends, family members while they're here. because once they're gone, that's it. You don't get another day, another hour to say, I love you, or I'm sorry, or, just to make amends, if that makes sense. Luckily for me, my relationship with her was not like that. I'm very thankful and blessed to be able to say that, because there's some people on my job that cannot say that. Okay. So, this, I want to say the synopsis of things is grief comes in different forms. It comes in different ways. And sometimes it is not easily identifiable. Yeah, I was going to say easy to identify, excuse me. So take your time off. Get help if you need it. Choose your confidant wisely. Love. And treat others how you want to be treated. That's all. And this live is dedicated to Tina in memory of her. I'm excited to start talking to someone about it, y'all, because, right now you are it. If you're listening, you're it right now. I'm talking to y'all about it. But anyway, I don't normally like to start my lives with, sadness and gloom, but I just want to put that out there because, it could be somebody that's going through, grief or going through something worse and they don't exactly know what it is. And, a lot of times you don't know how to identify it, until you talk to somebody, because that's how it was for me. Like, I wasn't sure, what I was feeling is what that was. So luckily I did reach out and I talked to someone. I talked to a few people actually, but I'm just happy that I chose to have the conversation, because I could have just been like, yeah, I'll be fine. Everything's going to be all right. Anywho, so I forgot to check in with everybody. I just really wanted to get that out, get everything off my mind before I forgot, because last night I meant to actually start with that and I completely forgot. Like literally I was on the phone talking to someone the other day and it was a deep conversation and I honestly forgot to, mention about my coworker and just kind of touch on grief and how it can show up a lot of times. So hopefully my testimony helped someone, because, like I said, grief will hit you in different ways and it is not one size fits all by no means. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out, there was one other thing I wanted to touch on. But how's everyone doing? How is your night, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world, whenever you are watching me live or watching the replay? Hope everyone is doing well. I am very blessed and thankful. And one day I will share more stories about, why I'm saying choose your confidant wisely. And I have like a story time with something one of my old teammates did. Y'all, it rubbed me so wrong. I'm like, what? I don't know. Should I tell you now? Nah, I save it for another story time. But I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with these bathrooms. Don't want to do. I know I want to do a shelf over here. I just don't know what shelf I want to do. Let me see. I can't remember if this shelf. No, there's not a gray one. I don't think. It's this one, but it's not what I want to go for. Maybe I want to run a long one. Where's the 3 towel? Let's see. No, maybe not that. I don't trying to figure out what shelf. Yeah, I'm sorry I was quiet for a second because I was hearing something. And it's like, pouring down, raining. I'm trying to make sure I'm not hearing what I think I'm hearing. But, let me see. I'm trying to find the shelf. It's down here somewhere. I like this shelf, but I don't like that shelf. No. Ooh, that is different and it's long. I'm really into using a lot of gold lately. I wish it had like gold brackets versus the black. You have like the silver ones. It's a little different. Could just do an all white shelf. I don't know. Let me see. Let's look. And then there are these little half shelves. Okay. That's not working either. Okay, so let me look at this one. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this one for above the tub. And I really want a glass shelf for, if I could talk, y'all. I want a glass shelf for inside the shower. And like I know I have glass shelves and I don't know where it is. It's not exactly the gold color I want. I know it's in here. I know I passed it. Because it's usually like right at the top. There's one at the top and there's one in the middle. And it has disappeared. That's not the one I want to go with, but for right now, I'm going to roll with this one. I'm literally trying to think about what I was going to say. I had a thought and it has escaped me. It was something I wanted to talk about, something else I wanted to talk about. Because I said it was two thoughts I had and now I can't remember. I have no clue. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's do. That's why I kind of sort of didn't like this shelf because it's a little bit short. So the product kind of like sticks out a little bit. Don't want to put. I'm gonna do these over here. I almost kind of want to do like a shelf on the bottom of each mirror too. That might be too many shelves, but oh well. Okay, let's do this over here. And we'll do this over here. I was going to use that as decor, so let's throw this back here on this back shelf. Oh my gosh, I really cannot think of what I was about to say. It's probably going to come back to me when I least expect it. Let's see. That'll fit there. Okay. throw this stuff on the floor for a second. Well, most of it on the floor. There. I don't think I'm gonna keep those perfumes. Oh, they'll float in there for a while. Let's see. Let's find us a sink. And then again, I may end up changing the countertops altogether. I love this sink. I want to use this someplace. I don't know. I could change my mind and use it in here to a pedestal sink instead, because it's a nice sink. Let's figure this out. I might just use these sinks because I tend to use them a good bit. I just wish there was one that was like gray. Okay, so it's running into the mirror. Shoot. I might just use. Or do I want to use a different one? There's another one further down. Like I kind of care that it's kind of clipping with the shelf, but then I kind of don't. So, I don't know if y'all saw on social media, there is a small debate about people who play the Sims game with the walls up versus the walls down. Like if you play with like this, I remember when I first started playing the Sims, this is how I would play because I always wanted to see like what was on the wall. And then I started playing like with, half walls. I think I rarely play with like no walls up at all like this because it just looks weird to me. Like, I don't know. Let me know what you play. Like, how do you play? Walls up, all walls up, half walls, or no walls at all? Because I don't know. I don't know if I like playing with all the walls up anymore. I've been, playing with the half walls for so long. It's just, might as well keep playing that way, I'm trying to find a sink that I like. Why is it so difficult? This is what happens when you have too many options. Hi, welcome to my live stream. No, don't like that one either. No, let's try. That's cute, but no. There's another one somewhere. Was it this one? Let me see something. Only time I really have the walls up like that is when I'm doing like decorating. Now this one doesn't clip too bad with the shelf. Let's see. Almost feel like I did not raise that high enough. Yeah, let's go up a little bit. I thought I had another set of like the pimple patches. I think I do someplace in my game. I think I passed that brush. Oh my gosh, that rain is coming down, man. No, one thing about cold and rain, it just doesn't mix for me. I would prefer to be nice and warm versus cold or rained on for that matter. Where is the doggone brush? I literally just saw it. This is why I always say when you are playing the game, make sure when you see something, put it down even if you don't need to use it. Because you just never know when you want to use it for like decor. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Welcome to my live stream. While you're here, please don't forget to subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to like if you like what you see. I think what I'm about to do is just bring the music up and finish everything in silence so that you get a mixture of a real talkative live stream and then a silent one too. Trying to figure out why this is not cooperating with me the way I want it to. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do the rest of this as a silent live stream. So while you're here, please go ahead and subscribe. That greatly helps my channel grow and helps beautiful people like yourselves find my channel. And definitely like and share if you care. And if you have any hypes after the video is run, I think that's when you can hype it up. Go ahead and hype up my video so it lets other people find the channel and lets people know you like what you're seeing thus far. So go ahead and enjoy the music, and I'll be back before I end the live. Okay, so welcome everyone that has joined me since I started my live. I hope while you're here, you'll smash that like button and you'll subscribe because I'm sure you're gonna like what you see on my channel. So if you like simulation videos, builds, mods, a little bit of everything that has to do with Sims and now Enjoy, then this is a channel for you to watch and join. So I am finished with the modern country cottage. It's not really a cottage, but it is kind of sort of tucked away, you know, in the back, but um, in a nice little wooded area. But this is what the outside looks like. And then I can get my screen, the corporate, okay. So this is the inside. I do have a little bit more to add to this room and also to the outside, but this is the toddler nursery, and then you have maybe a teen and a tween in this room. I think this is my favorite room. I may save this room, you know. Anyway, but each of the rooms, with the exception of the bathrooms, have a little bit of Christmas decor in them. Then downstairs we have the living room, eating kitchen, dining area. We've got 2 bedrooms. This one I'm considering the master since this suite is adjacent or joined. And I really like this room too. I might have to save that room as well. We've got both our bathrooms, and this bedroom is also kind of growing on me too. Now, the bathroom sink, I don't know what's going on with this cabinet. I forgot who it's by. One second, let me see. Okay, so this is by Felix Andre. But if you notice, every time I put something down, see how it's shadowing really, really bad. So I may have to switch this out for something else, but I will do that off live because I have a ton of CC and it would take me forever just to go through everything that I have. So I hope you enjoyed this live and I hope you will join me back for my next live. I normally go live on Fridays and Saturdays, but this Friday and Saturday I've got a party to go to. So I won't be coming live on Saturday for sure. I do not know about Friday. It just depends on like my schedule. Always take a look at the community tab because I do try my best to post there. I have definitely been forgetting lately, but I'm trying to remember to post there whenever I'm going to go live. So I try to give like a heads up as to what days that may or may not be. So definitely check there if you're interested in joining my lives in the future. As always, click that subscribe button, click that like, share if you care. And if you have the hypes, you can hype the video up, I believe, after it is live. I don't know if you can do it during the live. That's the only thing I haven't been able to confirm yet. But you can definitely hype it up after the live if you have any hypes left. I want to thank you so much for joining me. As always, be safe in those streets. Be blessed. And I'm going to catch you in my next live or pre-recorded video. Bye.